Dawn Daze on 101 TKO Radio. How you feeling, Dawn?
I'm feeling so good, Daze.
Yes, Lord.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day, and I'm feeling good. It's a beautiful time here at Privy Stone Crest.
Yes, Lord.
Let me say that correctly. Partnering with 101 TKO Radio.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. This is the official launch of the Moonwalking with Dawn Daze show.
It's a beautiful thing.
Hey, it's been a long time coming, but the time is here and the time is now. Happy February 22nd to everybody out there. It is the Mamba year, so we got to take it to new heights. We got to take it to new heights. We got to moonwalk, and we got to show them what we talking about. So, now that we're here, I think it's time to let them know what they can expect. What's up, Mickey?
That's so true, Daze. So what can you expect when you moonwalking with Dawn Daze? Of course, you can expect a little bit of the cosmos. If you're listening, you may not see us. We are two light-skinned, freckled friends, cut from the same cloth. So when we think of the stars, we're not only thinking of the ones in the sky, but also the ones on our face. So we like to make sure we're keeping everything grounded in spirituality and astrological and all the beautiful things that are going on in the cosmos. And then we ground it here in the space of artistpreneurship. If you're an artist, if you're an entrepreneur, we put that together, artistpreneurship, and we'll sprinkle in all the chats that have to do with love and everything that might come up in this love, business, and family journey.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. To give you a bit of a background on how this journey started, this journey was aligned by the stars, by the Most High. Yes, indeed. And we met through PepsiCo. We met in marketing at PepsiCo. And with that global brand, it's a blessing because, you know, there are certain inspirations for both of us. I know Beyonce, Michael Jackson are just two amazing names to
shout out to H-Town.
Exactly. Two amazing names that we can mention in addition to many more that have partnered with that ecosystem. And when we came into that universe, we had already started to discover that inner creator. We had been on a lifelong journey of doing that.
Yep.
And a lot of times when we have embraced our art, we've wanted to ensure that we have the technical business side figured out as well.
Mm-hmm.
So marrying the science of business with the art of culture is what we're all about. What'd you think when we first connected at PepsiCo, Michaela?
Oh man,
Dawn.
So that was back in 2018. I just turned 21. He was 23. And, you know, when we first saw each other right by the Pepsi bus that would take us back to the city, we had already kind of heard about each other through mutual friends and just working in the Pepsi ecosystem. And when I saw him, I was like, this man looks just like me. This is trippy. And not only did I think he looked like me, but I thought he was just so cute. I'd never seen someone that, you know, just rocked the freckles the way he did. It really stood out to me. And his energy, the energy was definitely the biggest thing that I appreciated. We spent that whole Pepsi bus ride from White Plains to Harlem, which is like a 40-minute drive, sitting in the back of that bus just talking. And then what happened when we got off the bus, Daze? What happened next?
So we got off the bus in Harlem. So a love story that originates in New York, Harlem, and again, Moonwalk with Dawn Daze and the Nassif family, we definitely bring you that Renaissance energy as well. So special love to Harlem to the world. You already know the vibes.
Yeah.
When we got off that bus, we walked in different directions. We gave each other a nice little peace sign, and I know you tapped in with your father. You know, you just get on the phone with him,
yep.
And you were going ahead and taking your walk home.
Yep.
And as I walked home, I just took a little bit of a unique direction. I walked by this restaurant and lounge called Chocolat. Shout out to the owner of Chocolat, Leon Ellis. While I was in Harlem, I had the opportunity to build a relationship with him. You know, just kind of reached out to him and let him know that I was trying to do different events. So, of course, as I'm walking by Chocolat, I see you walking, and we cross paths yet again. And that is the moment that we exchange information. And shout out to you, you know, kind of taking a little pause. Yeah, no, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm not mad at it at all. And fast forward a little bit, that's where we had our first date. Again, much love to the whole Harlem family. Much love to ASAP Ferg and Uncle Drew. also known as Kyrie Irving. Salute.
Yeah.
During that time, during that summer, there were a lot of different awesome moments that just reminded us that we needed to continue to dream big.
Yeah.
We needed to continue to aim for the moon. And even if we might be a little off, we'll still be amongst the stars.
Snaps. Snaps to that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
So we have an amazing show for you guys today. Nikki, what's up? What we got?
So y'all, every week when you're coming to Moonwalk with Dawn Daze, like we said, we're gonna touch on love, we're gonna touch on entrepreneurship, we're gonna touch on music, we're gonna touch on adventures, we're gonna touch on reading the stars. So this week we got to talk about some of the things going on in the technological space. I don't know if y'all's phone was down this morning saying SOS in the corner.
I don't know what was going on.
But we got to talk about that. We got to talk about Beyonce and Jay-Z, some of the things that are going through the rumor mill, and we're gonna put those rumors to rest based on the Dawn Daze perspective. Talk a little bit about some groundbreaking Billboard news that came out. Shout out to Miss Northwest and Kanye. And of course, like we said, it's 2/22/24. So we got to talk about the numbers and a beautiful full moon on the horizon. So we got a great lineup for y'all today. Just stay tuned and keep listening in. And we've also got some great music to sprinkle throughout as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. To hear that music, make sure you tune in specifically on the 101 TKO app. If you can't necessarily download the app, make sure you go right ahead and go to the website. But this is an amazing opportunity. Again, when we talk about that Black Renaissance vibe, 101 TKO Radio is based here at Privy Stonecrest,
Yep.
right here in Georgia. We're here in the greater Atlanta region, and the amazing team, again, shout out to the Irons and the whole family, an amazing power couple that have come together to build this ecosystem, this foundation. To educate those that may not know, Privy Stonecrest is a ecosystem that is based at Stonecrest Mall, and formerly, before it was Privy, before it became Privy, it was a Sears. So y'all know Sears is a big space. That's a big
Stories.
Absolutely. Again, when it comes down to the infrastructure of this building, of this space that we're in, there's so many worlds that you can enter. So shout out to all of the different companies, all of the different people that come together to make Privy Stonecrest what it is. And again, I want to give a special shout out to 101 TKO Radio. Much love to Chelsea and Nelson, again, leading the charge here. And as we know, media is very important. It influences that mental.
Yeah. Control the media, control the minds.
Who said that?
Many people said it. Beyonce is one, but I'm sure if you go down your own spiritual toolkits and go through your own YouTube journey as well, you'll find plenty of data to back up that there's been a long history of media and influence over the masses. So we want to be a healthy influence. We want to be a positive influence. We want to be something that brings joy to your life, not something that reminds you of some of the darkness of this world. Because we got enough of that, okay?
That's right. It's very critical to be mindful of what you intake, of what you ingest. And especially in today's world where we have the blessing of technological investment, we have an advancement, we have to be aware of the pitfalls that also may come with this evolution. So again, we already talked about it a little bit today. I woke up, and as we start to get on the road and get moving, again, special shout out to Chubb Rock and the Chubb Rock Show, the entire team and family over there. As we prepared for Moonwalking with Dawn Daze, we had the honor of connecting with Chubb, and much love to my pops, Varick Bayena, for bridging that connection with the great Chubb Rock. So just being able to shadow his show and make sure y'all are able to tune in to that amazing program as well.
Syndicated all over the nation.
Yes, indeed. Again, it's just a beautiful thing, though. Chubb has been a part of the Privy Stonecrest family as well, so we look forward to him coming in here to 101 TKO Radio and blessing us with his energy. Ultimately, though, we're in a position where, hey, we're sticking and moving, and one love. Appreciate y'all in the chat. Payday, what's up?
It's good to see you, girl.
We are, again, just going about our day, and when I'm, just addressing the GPS to head over Chubb's studio before we, come over to Privy, my internet's not working, and I see the SOS sign. So Michaela does a little Google search because I have AT&T, and I know she recently switched over from AT&T.
Shout out to Net Mobile.
Salute, salute. You know what
Good
I'm
coverage
saying?
and it's cheap.
Hey, gotta get economical, especially in this entrepreneurial space. We're gonna talk a lot about that. But when it
Thanks,
just comes
Payday.
down to
It
how
is
much,
a creative name. Thank
oh
you.
yes,
They
yes,
came
yes.
together beautifully. Yeah.
Hey, yo, now shout out to the whole chat. Again, we got Nisi Lou in the chat. Auntie, we appreciate you so much. Such a big part of this, such a big part of this journey. But again, coming full circle with the energy of technology and the energy of this world and being responsible and being very mindful with how we build that relationship and making sure that there's not a unhealthy dependency on this technology or unhealthy connection that we have within our lives. So all those folks that just depend on the GPS, you might have had a tough morning trying to navigate where you're going. You might have to bring out the old maps or do a little map quest. Shout out to those times. I remember being a youngin.
Oh man.
Print out the map quest and getting in the car.
You get in trouble if you were the one that forgot to grab it off of the printer because everyone got to turn around, run inside.
Good Lord.
Man, that's crazy. In our lifetimes, technology has changed so much. It's incredible.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, being aware is incredibly important because your day can be thrown off. And I know a lot of people make money online. So if you aren't able to use this technology, how are you going to feed your family? Mm-hmm. So these are things just to be mindful of. Again, I think we all learned a lot over these past 4 years. So again, just with 222, bringing balance back to this ecosystem, and the fact that this outage happens on 222, we see the alignment with it all.
Yeah,
so
it's no coincidence. We'll talk about it more.
Indeed, indeed. So again, we're here with you guys. We are moonwalking with Dawn Daze on 101 TKO Radio. We'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah. What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back. You are Moonwalking with Dawn Daze on 101 TKO Radio.
I like how that sounds.
Ooh.
That sounds.
So, as we continue in our Moonwalking fun, we got to talk a little bit about, what's going on in the love world. There's been some rumors, y'all. Now, we're not one for gossip. When we talk about what's going on in the world, we like to bring that, full spiritual, godly, grounded perspective. And there's a couple in particular that we have just, from the start of our relationship, have always admired, even before I met Daze. Beyonce, okay? Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter has been my girl since before I could form full sentences. Okay?
Yes, indeed.
And I know Jay-Z has been a big influence on Daze's life. And
one of my first concerts, we made history. Pops definitely helped lead the way. Shout out to the whole DMV. Again, y'all know the love, y'all know the vibes. Shout out to the Rock too. You know what I'm saying? Different than Rockefeller in Rochester, New York. But the roots go deep.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, John Legend collaborated to make history at the John F. Kennedy Center in DC and put on a show again when I was 14, 18. That was one of my first major shows going to, and I was able to really see it all come together, see Jay-Z orchestrate that crowd. So, yeah, no, definitely some major influences for us from the beginning.
So it's before we get too much into it, we had to kind of prerequisite with that, all right? Because Beyonce and Jay-Z, they mean a lot to us. They're close to our hearts when we think about them. And the rumors, divorce, that's the D word. That's the bad word in our world. We don't say divorce, right? We're trying to heal that. And so when we see some stuff like that coming out, even the rumors of Jay-Z, he's about to have his whole Diddy moment. Come on, y'all. We never know what might happen. We never know what might come. And I think Amir and I, especially since we've been in a relationship over 5 years now, we've had our own rumors. We've had our own people thinking certain things about our relationship, right? So when we think about this and we're just being honest with y'all, let's all remember to beautifully mind our business.
My mind is my business. What you talking about?
What you say?
My mind is my business.
Yeah, got to protect your peace each and every time. So again, much love to the Carters. Everything is always love. I don't think we want to get too caught up in spreading that. I think we've always learned that when we think of a relationship, it's not just always a love relationship, isn't always just a hate relationship, right? There's so much depth that comes from those full range there. And you got to remember that relationship with yourself. So when we're talking about other people, when we're talking about we're too worried about what other people have going on, you are losing the opportunity to love on yourself. You're losing the opportunity to dive deeper with who you are and what you're going through and learn from their mistakes. So I just want to shout them out again. I hope they make it. I hope they stay married. I hope there is beautiful things still to come in their relationship. They have 3 beautiful kids. I hope they're able to stay together. And hopefully we don't hear no mess about Jay-Z. All right. That's it. That's all I gotta say. What you got, Daze?
Every single time, I'm gonna stay true to the definition of my last name. Last name is Bayina. That means the clear evidence. And if there's clear evidence, then let's talk facts. The fact of the matter for me, I gotta wake up every day and handle my business. So before I get caught up in anybody else's stories or any, everybody got to make their money different kind of ways. But when it comes down to my experiences and being responsible with how we use our platforms and share space with the world, again, I already visualize these people being in my presence.
Exactly.
And as we already know, we've seen a lot of different moments in media, and some people call it beef, some people call it competition, conflict, whatever it is. Ultimately, this goes back to the golden era of hip hop. It goes back before then. There's a lot of pain that our people have experienced from petty nonsense. And when it comes down to being responsible again with how we speak to things and the divisiveness that can come, that can sometimes occur, at the end of the day, folks are grown. If folks need to evolve out of a relationship and make certain transitions in their life to find happiness, and that's what they got to do. That's what they got to do. Yeah. So always and forever, again, remembering that everything is love. That's a powerful project. I think the art oftentimes speaks volumes. and that's also a big source of debate. So I'm here. Everybody has a right to have their voice, and opinions are like what y'all can fill in the blank. So everybody has one, and ultimately, with these leaders in our culture, we need to be responsible with our voices.
Yeah.
And it's no secret that in the American context, there is a certain community that has been exploited. There's a certain community that has built foundations and that has essentially not been able to benefit. Other people benefit from this community more than this community benefits itself. Again, you know what I'm talking about.
In case they don't, what you talking about, Daze?
My melanated people.
Okay.
All across the world. The original. Again, when it comes down to the essence of blackness.
Yep.
Shout out to Sounds of Blackness. You know what I'm saying? And that song Optimistic again. We were just listening to that at Chubb Rock Studio yesterday. When it comes down to all these pillars of American culture, of global culture, we see that hip hop is the top genre now.
Yep.
And when you talk about hip hop, you cannot talk about it without talking about our people, black people. And being here in Atlanta, we want to be very responsible with how we speak to our blackness and the words that we use, how we evolve and how we speak to things, because our words carry weight, they have power. Mm-hmm. So when we say everything is love, we want to not only say it, we want to mean it.
Yes. Yes.
So that's where we just send love to all these individuals. Again, this comes down to families are impacted by divorce. So divorce, separation, evolution, whatever word you use, life can serve you challenges. So sending great energy to them. Pray they continue to win. And also heal their darkness, because we all have darkness. You know what I'm saying? If you have not sinned, go ahead and cast that first stone.
Period.
We'll wait.
Period.
But all that said, again, we are here to do our job to carry the energy forward of love, and combining this energy of love and business and being very mindful. Again, it's been a journey here. I know we got the same feeling. It's like finally, we finally been able to launch this show, but at the same time, it's divine timing.
Yep.
Patience is truly a virtue.
Yeah.
It's truly a virtue. So when it comes down to your experience, Dawn, in a twin flame relationship, you can go ahead and give the people that do not know a little bit of a background on what a twin flame is and the importance of numbers and the space of numerology. And I'll just throw it in there. 1111 is a powerful energy of itself. Not only is it a song that I was blessed to write that manifested this energy in a special way and manifested a personal enlightenment journey for me. The address that we first met at was 1111 Westchester Avenue, up in Westchester, New York. Yep. So from Westchester 1111 to, again, Harlem, New York, where we lived. Again, we had to take a shuttle bus up to the PepsiCo headquarters, but again, we often exactly back in the day. But that 1111 energy revealed itself in a very, very special way, summer 2018, which is the same summer that the Carters dropped.
Yes, they
Everything
did.
is love.
Yes,
So again, the alignment is real. So go ahead and tell the people a little bit about the twin flame journey. I think B and J, they can relate to that energy of the twin flame journey and know that it comes with its challenge.
Yeah, yes. Before, I want to shout out to everybody on TikTok, everybody on YouTube, everybody on Instagram. We see y'all. We appreciate y'all. I'm seeing some comments. I'm seeing some gifts coming through. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Keep engaging. It means so much to us. It is beautifully validating. Thank you. This is all, again, just divine timing. We see you and we appreciate you. So like my boo-boo Daze said, we are what we like to just officially make sure very clear to everybody is twin flames. You've probably heard of the phrase twin flames. You've either heard it in a good context, a bad context, or anything in between. Maybe you've even encountered a twin flame. So just to give you a quick rundown of what a twin flame is, there are a multitude of people that we meet in each lifetime. Every lifetime is unique. Some ways of looking at things, right, and the way that I'll speak to it, is that every lifetime you meet some of the same people, the same souls, right? That's when you probably have heard the phrase soulmate. There's even something more amplified than a soulmate, because a soulmate could be a variety of people. You can have more than one soulmate in a lifetime. Your mom can be your soulmate. Your friend can be your soulmate. Your dog can be your soulmate. Shout out to Cody Bear. That was definitely one of my soulmates. And when we continue on with life, there's so many people that you'll meet that you could say you have a soul tie to. However, when we say a twin flame, there is only one. Because the twin flame, when our souls were first created, our souls were created together. It was one soul that was divided in two. That's why you call it a twin flame. And it was easy for us to identify each other just off of the physical aspects because he looks just like me. We have beautiful features that favor each other that I think we both appreciate. So that made it a little bit easier, to say twin flames. But how you know a twin flame is a whole other journey in and of itself. It's someone that challenges you. It helps you grow. It helps you to dive deeper. A lot of times, a twin flame relationship will help with enlightenment. But let us be very clear: twin flame relationships also contribute to some dark nights of the soul. Like I said, we'll have a whole another topic probably to go even deeper on this whole idea of a twin flame. Amir and I have experienced the highs, the lows, and everything in between. So I just want to let you guys know, a little bit about us and what even brings us here and why we feel so fortified. And shout out to my aunt Nisi Lou. She said they teach you, without a doubt. They always teach you. Whether or not you stay with your twin flame for the majority of your lifetime after meeting them is such a unique and individual experience. But we can all agree and know that your twin flame is definitely a catalyst and helps you to grow and helps you to evolve. So that's why I love Daze, because of the ways that we've helped each other and we allow each other to take us to new heights and to new levels.
Most certainly, most certainly. And we understand that it's a journey. We are no stranger to the challenges that come with love.
It's 3:33. I love it.
Alignment on 222. So when we talk about that 1111 frequency, it starts with that essence of self-love. And typically when you are in the process of manifesting that twin flame, if that's something that you are interested in, you are challenged in a major way to love yourself. Yeah. And love yourself like you've never loved yourself before.
Go deeper. Yeah.
Most certainly. When it comes down to all these amazing people that have influenced us, again, I want to give a special shout out to Rihanna right now. Again, when we talk about all this beautiful energy of love, again, much love to Rihanna and ASAP Rocky, and again, the young prince that they are in the process of cultivating, again, their children that they're in the process of cultivating and raising. Their family is a very beautiful thing. So when it comes down to this journey of love and this 1111 frequency, we've seen it in many different ways. And, when people are younger, there are different difficult lessons that we learn. And at the end of the day, when it comes down to space and time, every person on this planet right now is a young soul. 100 years in comparison to the, again, space and time continuum and how long this planet has existed, how long this universe has been in existence.
Yeah.
Again, that's a whole different space to explore. Again, we love to marry the science of business with the art of culture. So we're going to be bringing that to you. But just with that said, one of my earliest inspirations, Chris Brown, he just put out an album called 1111. And I know that Light and That Darkness, one of his first songs on that project, definitely touches on that. And to be, again, young in this industry coming up, again, there's no secret. Again, shout out to Michael Jackson as well. Shout out to Usher being celebrated on one of the biggest stages. It's an amazing thing. But even in American entertainment, we have to be very, very responsible of what's happening globally. Yeah. And there are so many things going on in the world, and I'm just consistently humbled by the opportunities I've had to be a freedom fighter domestically and abroad. So all of our people deserve freedom. We do not need to be lost in entertainment just because everything that we engage with should have a higher level perspective. If one person on this planet is suffering, then our job is not done yet. Mm-hmm. So we know that there are a number of different conflicts overseas, and we send our love and healing energy to each of those conflicts. Again, when it comes down to how we want to speak to things, we want to be very responsible in the energy, in the information and the energy that we give to you. So we will create the proper space and time to speak on those things. But again, bringing it back to 1111 in that frequency, and even how it's mainstream. Again, Chris Brown, definitely one of the biggest artists of our generation, one of the biggest artists ever. He's putting out music and projects that speak to these things. So It's a beautiful thing to see the 2020 vision continue to reveal itself just day by day, year by year.
Truth being unveiled in real time.
It's a real thing. So in this creative space, we want you to go on your 1111 journey. When you see 1111, not only make a wish, but say a prayer.
Yes.
Tap in with the highest version of you and command the reality that you want to live.
That you'd like to manifest. I would like to shout out too that 1111. Growing up, I definitely would wish for a boyfriend, a boo boo. And as I got older and older and closer to a mirror, I got more and more specific of what I wanted. And I would say it at 1111, just because I was just honoring those, kid things that we hear. I didn't even know the full depth of it until I got older. And I was like, wow, did it actually work? Did 1111 actually work? So I'm just passing that on to y'all.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote those songs before I met you. I wrote the songs 1111 Valentine's Day. Those are two of my first singles. And we'll talk a little bit more about our artist journey.
Yeah.
And shout out to all of our artistpreneurs out there, all the artists trying to get to that bag and live with your passions. Be able to fund your lifestyle based on the things you love. So special shout out to all our artistpreneurs out there.
Yeah.
For sure. But it works. I wrote those songs and a lot of that energy is manifested. So that's where we want to just continue to be honorable and noble with the songs we create and the energy we put out into the universe. Because not only does it affect us, it affects those around us. Yes, Lord. So again, before we take it into our next music segment, Dawn, when it comes down to staying true to yourself in this journey, and just a little bit about where you want to take your career and what you're learning from the situation. Again, when we talk about Beyonce and Jay-Z, people that inspire us, how are you applying that to your journey moving forward?
I love that. So first I'll say Stay True. I think you said that on purpose. Stay True was my first single. And that was all the way back in 2021. I wrote that with my brother. Shout out to EJ. Shout out to Coyote, Gene.
Salute, brother.
With his help, we were able to create that song together. And when I first made that song back in 2021, I told him that I really wanted to make a song that was a love letter to my dreams. It could be a love letter to a lot of different things if you listen to it, but really I was talking to my dreams. And, when I said, I feel like my chakras are aligned, there's nothing I put above you. When I'm saying that, I'm talking about the dream of being able to be what I would say when I was a child. I want to be a star. I want to be a star. I want to be a star. And as I've gotten older, I've understood what that meant when I said I want to be a star. I want to shine. I want to share. I want to shine a light on people's darkness and help us to not be afraid of the darkness. We have to be able to navigate that duality. And so when I think about music, I think it's the most powerful tool that we can use for healing. Just the sound frequencies themselves, but then you add powerful lyrics on top of it, and it takes it to an entirely new level. So when I make music, I'm talking to your spirit, I'm talking to your soul, because anytime I'm making a song, it's always for myself first and anyone that can benefit from it. So that's why Beyonce has always been such a big inspiration for me, because I see her process, I see her growth. I'm going to shout out Erykah Badu, I'm going to shout out Lauryn Hill, I'm going to shout out Jill Scott. Those are the kind of women, when I think about music, that speak to my spirit the most. So when I say I want to be a star, I'm not chasing fame, I'm chasing light. I'm chasing God. And, I don't even want to say chase, right? I attract light. I attract God. I am spirit. So that's how I would answer it very quickly. But honestly, I could go on and on talking about my dreams, because it's something that's so close to the spirit and so close to the heart. And I'm just grateful that we've gotten to this point now where we can be with other people that share that same energy, that want to be lights and want to be stars, and that we can do it together.
The beat goes on and on. Again, you are here, Moonwalking with Dawn Daze on 101 TKO Radio.
Yeah.
We are back. Moonwalking with Dawn Daze on 101 TKO Radio.
Yeah.
I'm good on any MLK
He
Boulevard.
good.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Black excellence. Melanated prowess. Look, that's what it's all about. We are reporting to you live from Privy Stonecrest. A lot of greatness around us. A lot of amazing, amazing folks that have made this all possible. So we want to give so much love to our ancestors that have paved the way to exactly where we are right now, to have the opportunity to share our voices, um, to move and shake how we're moving. This is no coincidence. This is the product of a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice. So again, shout out to the whole 101 TKO radio team. Special shout out to Naya holding it down on the boards for us right now.
Naya Nicole.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Again, be on the lookout for her amazing, amazing vibes coming soon. Look, we're here, man. We're here to build, to connect, to network. And our network is our network. Yeah, it's not who you know, it's who knows you. Yeah. But ultimately, we try to do real work and get some real profit. And shout out to all of the prophets that have been messengers and delivering knowledge to us for so many years.
Yeah.
And we just want to continue to carry that forward and continue to honor all those all across the board. Again, we got love for people all across the world. And with that love, it's founded on self-love. So when we love ourselves and we love our people and we love our culture, we're able to love all other cultures in a more beautiful way. So that's the vision. That's what we're about. And we know that there are so many different fields. Again, media, entertainment, it's a beautiful thing. We hold that down, but anything we touch, you know what I'm saying? Again, shout out to all the doctors, the dentists. Yes. Shout out to each and every individual in education, all the professors out there. Shout out to the lawyers, again, doing that good work. Again, we already know Atlanta's certainly in a heavy predicament at this moment when it comes down to sorting things out with the community and the law. So much love to all of those that are trying to get better and doing their best to rectify their wrongs. Because we all, again, might mess up, but that does not mean that we don't have the opportunity to make it right.
Snap, snap, snap. This is the black effect from the inside out.
Yes, indeed.
That light.
Yes,
always
indeed.
And forever.
For sure. Again, good on any MLK Boulevard. We had a great time this weekend. Again, supporting an event with our Aunt Karima and Uncle Tariq. Again, it's a blessing to also be able to do the work to help recently incarcerated individuals get certain rights. So there was a great panel there. I know that
over at the King Center, not far from my house. It is a shame that it took us that long to get there, but once we were there, it was a beautiful experience. So we'll definitely be back. Again, another shout out. Next time you're in Atlanta, make sure you go visit the King Center. So many things they're doing, lots of great programming.
Absolutely. And as we know, we are a little more than a month out, or Martin Luther King Day was a little more than a month ago. So we want to make sure we're celebrating that same energy every day. Malcolm X, those two names obviously have just been impactful for generations. And there's been so much momentum, so much inspiration that they brought. But, there's so many different queens. I know Regina King, much love. She will be playing Shirley Children.
Yeah.
That's an amazing role. So much love to her. I know she's coming. She's evolving in her healing journey. Much love to her son up above. It's a true blessing. Again, just to be able to be storytellers, to be able to share this, and ideally, all of the beauty and art, we can keep it close to our hearts and understand that when it comes down to major media, it can be difficult to put that light, to put that knowledge into your art when you're doing it at the biggest scale. But there's no secret that it is possible. We've seen it done before, so it can be done again. And shout out to Boondocks too. Again, Regina King, legendary. So many different things that she's contributed to our culture. So again, much love to Regina.
Yeah. I love it. So while we're in this space of talking entrepreneurship and all these amazing things, we want to just remind you guys that we're always going to be moonwalking and taking things to higher heights. Thank you again for tuning in. We're going to go into the 4:00 hour now. Once again, you are moonwalking with Dawn Daze on 101 TKO Radio. Welcome, 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 welcome back. It's the top of the hour. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to the One Love movie. Shout out to the Marley family. Shout out to Lauren Hill. She's a part of the Marley family too. Man, that song is so beautiful. I could listen to it on repeat all day, okay?
One love.
While we're talking about One Love, we spent our Valentine's Day, of course, watching that. It was only right since it was a big blockbuster.
Yeah,
I'm trying to mix different words together. It was a great blockbuster moment for Bob Marley, and it was
box
so well.
Office blockbuster.
There we go. Thank you, Boo. Because I was like, why can't I get this out correctly? Bob Marley and the family put together such an amazing family and such an amazing movie in his honor. And when we went to go see it on Valentine's Day, it really just was so poetic for us. And I'm sure anybody that got a chance to see it got to see some of the behind the scenes of things. And, I think there were things that the family intentionally left out. And I completely respect that, And let me just shout out that it is soaring right now in the box office. So well deserved. So we're going to give a big shout out to the Marley fam and just the whole One Love universe. If you haven't got a chance to go see it, please make sure you go see it. Support the family because the family is involved in this movie. It is a beautiful moment. While we're in the process of enjoying and talking about music news and family business, another big shout out is the West family. Did y'all know that Northwest is one of the youngest to be charting on the Billboard right now? She is only 10 years old, y'all. And because of that song that she has with Ty Dolla $ign and her dad talking, and she even said it, don't try to test me. It'll get messy. North is definitely capturing her dad's energy for sure, for sure. She's a beautiful combination of both, but you see Kanye coming out every now and again. And so it's only right that she gets that big shout out too on the Billboard charts. Some big stuff. We've got some great kids in our family too, we'll shout out to. Another girl is turning 10 very soon. We see you, Air. We know you're full creative through and throughout. Shout out to Enzo.
My beautiful niece. Love yes. You. Again, she's a star in her own right.
Every way.
Oh yeah, she was thugging it out with us when we took her to that photo shoot.
She really was.
Special shout out to Jay Spinks out of the DMV, amazing videographer, doing amazing things for sports, and he just got Coach of the Year for coaching a middle school award-winning girls basketball team. So special shout out to Jay Spinks, man. He's in the fashion world. We got to work with him as well. Again, my niece Arian, she was a trooper on that set. So
she really was.
Man, shout out to everybody all across the world doing what it do, doing that dang thing. And again, especially those young ones get to that bag. And as we talk about getting to the bag, it's incredibly important that we educate our people, and it needs to start as soon as possible on the power of economics and the power of ownership and the power of education.
Yeah, especially in the creative space, you gotta own your art.
It's incredibly important. With the passion that a lot of us have for our art, we can sometimes be vulnerable or susceptible to corruption and being taken advantage of. So being grounded in your approach to your artistry and to monetizing that artistry is incredibly important. And sometimes the younger the person, the more innocent, the more sometimes ignorant. Mm-hmm. Again, there's some very brilliant young people. So not writing anyone off because of their age. It's just some things take time. And to have people in your corner, to have parents, to have guardians, to have leaders and family members and mentors, it's a true blessing. And it's a privilege that is not to be taken for granted. So again, special love to North doing her thing.
Yeah.
Again, it's a beautiful thing. Shout out to making history.
In every way. And while we're talking about music ownership, we have to shout ourselves out. We're music artists ourselves. We've been doing this for, 6 years officially on streaming. But I know Amir has been putting out music out on SoundCloud for almost over 10 years now. I grew up in choir. So it's cool to come full circle now and be in our late 20s and actually, be able to talk to that inner child and say, wow, we really made it, y'all. We really got to this point where we can say we're putting music out. Maybe we haven't fully gotten money from streaming, but really, who is? But we can at least say that it's out there and that we're putting our art out there, and that's a beautiful thing. And I know we got to shout out some special people in the crew. I'm going to let Daze share a special person that we have in the ecosystem as well, who just dropped.
Most definitely, most definitely. Again, special shout out to Raheem Devon. Is super cool because our team, our family had a role in helping to bring the first event here to Privy Stonecrest, where last Mother's Day, we were the facilitators in booking Raheem Devon for that Mother's Day event. So Raheem is a very, very hardworking brother. He's been doing it, spreading these good vibrations for a good minute now. And he's a leader in many regards, too. He is using his voice, in addition to many others out here, but just to talk about how we monetize, again, talking about this distribution process, then going beyond the streaming realm to go direct from consumer to the artist. So if an artist has the opportunity to go direct to consumer, then oftentimes you cut off a lot of the fees or a lot of the costs with those middle people, those middle men and women that might want to get their piece. And there's certainly an amazing thing that comes with partnership. So everybody, I mean, you certainly have to respect your individual dynamic and your personal journey. In that same regard, I think with every artist out here, if we have the ability to utilize a platform where we can really get a robust value. It's not just pennies or fractions of a penny for every stream, but again, selling a body of work, and whether it's $10 or $100. Again, rest in paradise to Nipsey Hussle. I know that was a very impactful moment when he was selling the project for $100 a piece, and Jay-Z copped like 100 of them.
Yep.
So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing to put that value in yourself and then be rewarded for it. Certain platforms like Bandcamp are doing great things out here. Raheem Devon just dropped his recent project, Winter in Love, and he's using a platform called Even. Even.biz is where you can go get that project if you want to support. But all that to say, 2024 has a lot of beautiful things. We are in that love season. So shout out to the Love King of R&B. And we brought him to a festival that our family runs actually in upstate New York and Rochester, New York. So again, shout out to the Rock.
It's the Rock in here.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. 6 years ago, 2018, right before I dropped my first single with the angelic vocals from Mickey LaDawn.
Thank you, boo.
Already. Before we dropped that, we had the opportunity, or I had the opportunity, I was still getting to know Michaela at this time, but my father, being from Rochester, New York, is doing a lot of work in this media space. He was able to win the contracts for this festival. Shout out to all of those in our village that make this possible. And this festival was launched the same year that I was born, 1995. Also the same year that the great Askia Bilal Bayena, my grandfather, he was called home. So it's a blessing the way that all the stars align each and every day, each and every year. And with Raheem Devon, it's looking like some things might be coming full circle. We're going to keep you all updated. But it looks like he might be gracing that festival stage once again up in Rochester. The Summer Soul Festival. Rochester Summer Soul Music Festival. It's a beautiful thing. How you say that, soul? Summer Soul.
Summer Soul
Yes,
Festival.
Lord. Yes,
okay.
Lord. Shout out to the Soul Train and all of our beautiful, beautiful trailblazers that have made this space possible for Black artists. We got a lot of work to do, always more work to do, but that's why we're here.
Yes, that's why we're here. And this next song that we're going to play for y'all is by an artist that we know personally, that we appreciate, that might also be gracing that Summer Soul Festival stage. Shout out to my soror, Daze Loren. This is her new song, Animal. Once again, you're listening to Moonwalking with Dawn Daze on 101 TKO Radio. Welcome, 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 welcome back. You are Moonwalking with Dawn Daze on 101 TKO Radio. Like Kanye was just saying, the clouds are gathering to release what they held in. Now, it's a beautiful season right now. We are about to enter the full moon in Virgo time frame. It is the last full moon of the winter. And depending on how you might, align yourself, I like to think of the new year not necessarily January 1st, but actually March 21st, the springtime. That is the astrological new year. That is when we are hitting reset. When you see in the earth that we're starting to have the seeds that we've planted come to fruition, flowers blooming, new animals being born in the farm ecosystem. It's all about that renewal time. So if you felt like you got off to a little bit of a rocky start on January 1st, 2024, consider your actual new year to be March 21st. So what that means for right now on this beautiful day of 2/22/2024, it's that time, y'all. When you think about a full moon is illuminating all the darkness. The lights are shining on us. Anything that you may have tucked away in the corner that you don't want to directly confront, it is that time to confront it, but confront it with a methodical mind. When we say a Virgo moon, when we say something that is in something of the sign of Virgo, we're not talking about any of your friends, shout out to Beyonce, any of the people that you may know that are Virgos. We actually mean the energy of a Virgo. And a Virgo energy is something that is methodical and pragmatic and takes calculated steps. So this time is that season for you to take those calculated steps you need to manifest properly. And of course, on this beautiful day of 2/2/2024, that's a lot of twos. Days. What is twos? What does that represent?
We talk about balance, talk about duality. For me, 222 is especially powerful because I have a couple songs, two songs, inspired by the 222 energy and frequency. One, 222 in Texas, the other one that we made last year with two of our brothers, Socrates and Coyote. 222, also known as pavement, and paving that road,
Yep.
Bringing balance to your ecosystem.
Yep, that's right. And that's that time, y'all. Today is a beautiful day to amplify that, and the Virgo full moon on 2/24/24 is just another way to kind of stamp that in your life and prepare for whatever you might be manifesting, whatever seeds you're nurturing to come into full bloom, to come into full fruition. Let this be your season. Let this be your time. And if that's feeling like a little bit too much for you, you don't have to shine your light on everybody. Just shine that light on yourself and take those pragmatic and practical steps you need to manifest the life that you want in preparation of the springtime approaching very, very soon.
Yes, Lord. As we continue on this journey, paving our roads, we want you to remember that when you step, make sure you big stepping. You dig? When you walk, make sure that you moonwalking. And yes, of course, you are here, moonwalking with Dawn Daze on 101 TKO Radio.
Tag me up, Tay.
Moonwalking with Dawn and Daze on 101 TKO Radio.
Yeah.
Dreams and nightmares. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the Philly family. Shout out to all my noobs. Shout out to the entire Divine Nine, aka, you know what I'm saying? We in the building. We in the building. Again, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to go on that journey, confront those dreams, those nightmares, and find that balance within it all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Meek definitely, you know what I'm saying? That's a classic right there. He did his thing on that one. So, our official kickoff, Moonwalking with Dawn and Daze. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a awesome new beginning, and no better day to kick it off than today.
2/22/24. If y'all have been listening, you already know what those numbers mean. And if
Absolutely.
you didn't, go back and look at it on YouTube.
Absolutely. And if you were not already aware, Moonwalking with Dawn and Daze is a brand new show on 101 TKO Radio featuring Mickey LaDawn.
Hello.
And Amir Daze. We are partners in love, life, family, business, and more. We're here to have a special focus on this Atlanta ecosystem, the legendary music and film work that gets done here.
Yeah.
Well, we're here to focus on that and again turn the world to the A.
Shout out to Usher.
Yes, indeed.
Usher,
Yes,
baby.
indeed. Already. Ludacris, Lil Jon, Jermaine Dupri. Again, special shout out to Alicia Keys, Swiss Beats, the whole fam. You know what I'm saying? It's her. Wow. Again, just a great performance there. Definitely in recent memory, one of those ones where we're able to again really celebrate the essence of an entertainer, like a Usher, somebody that just sings, dances. Again, the 30-year career is something phenomenal to celebrate. So as we look at these different giants and as we're inspired by them, with Moonwalking with Dawn and Daze, we want to ensure that with this show we are equipping the artistpreneurs out there, those that are balancing the worlds of business and culture, and we want to make sure you have the tools, the insights, and the motivation to launch your career in the new heights.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
So ensure that you mark your calendars every Thursday from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern, that is. So if you want Central Time, that's 2 to 4 p.m.
Yep.
If you want Pacific Time, that's 12 to 3 p.m.
Right
if
now.
you're anywhere else internationally, you just might have to do a little Google search and just check your apps on and just check that Eastern Time and see when it aligns with shut time. But we love you as well. And all those on any other planets listening in, shout out to y'all too.
You can moonwalk on down and communicate with us if you want.
Already. Again, we turn the acronym of NASA into Noble Actions Succeed Always on this side. It's a blessing to be inspired by the NASA community that has certainly done a lot of great work. Shout out to all of the great people that have contributed to it. Again, a special shout out to the Black Queens depicted in the film Hidden Figures.
Also, Maxwell Rorsky Weed.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So we've been navigating these stars for a minute, these planets, the moons, many moons. And we just want to ensure that we're carrying forward with noble action, succeeding always in all that we do. So we send y'all much love and much gratitude as we take off to new heights, and we look forward to sharing this journey with you.
Yep, this is definitely a new beginning. So once again, we'll see you guys next week, every Thursday. And in the meantime, you can follow us on all social platforms. The NASA family, Dawn and Daze, is also on our TikTok. And if you want to follow us on Instagram or TikTok as well, for individuals, it is Amir Daze and Mickey LaDawn, MIKKILADAWN, Amir Daze, AMIRDAZE. Once again, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Until next time, make sure you keep your your vibrations high, and your expectations low. You are moonwalking with Dawn and Daze on 101 TKO Radio. Till next time.
Peace.